Logan Speed Shop. Today trying something a little bit different. Got myself a new camera. Well, the video is going to be filmed a bit backwards. The back half of the video was actually filmed with my old dad cam. This first half filmed with a new GoPro. See how it goes. I'm not sure how the quality is going to go. I haven't actually played around with any testing. Jumping straight into it. So just film the first half of the video and see how we go. But good news, we've actually got the new car for the reshell here, so I'll show you that.
Living life, every day, late at night, not okay. All I want, and I pray, all I need are some better days. Fuck me, I'm looking in the mirror, so foggy, but I've never seen clearer. I don't really think anyone can save me, and honestly I'm not really sure I want saving. I like to be my own worst enemy. There's no risk if you don't try at anything, so I'ma just keep buying everything.
Alright, so here it was. Nice two-tone seafoam S13. The interior here, bit average, but all the parts from the other car will come over to this pretty good. It does have some cool parts like factory floor mats, which should clean up okay. Door trims, overall good condition considering the age of the cars. The dash obviously ruined, but the other one's not too bad. This one's going to have to come out as I do the wiring, and it's actually easy to do the pedals with it out as well. So I'll probably rip that out as one of the first things, especially considering it is so damn wet still. It rained last night and the car is soaked, and one of the first things I want to do work on the engine is pull the bonnet off, and I'm just going to end up soaked and pissed off when that happens. The engine, CA18 auto, nothing special, definitely no powerhouse. Do a comp test on that, send it through the owner, that way you can get rid of it. But yeah, just going to work through slowly, just taking everything off one car, putting it onto the other pretty much, and then tidying it up as I go. But we'll have a bit of videos of that as it happens as well, as it gets a few more goodies, just make it a little bit nicer, a bit more reliable. Today, not going to film any action on actually working on the car. Going to get this video up, see how the GoPro footage actually looks before I spend a lot of time filming on here and it turns out shit house or something I likes. Well, that's a bit scary. Just bulbs chilling out of their homes. Lucky all the headlights are going to come out anyway. Don't know what's going on there. That's alright. Fix everything up. The joys of buying a car off someone. Well, not even me buying a car, but me having to deal with someone else buying a car. Well, get into it. Well, I think I've officially destroyed another two-tone Silvia at this point. Obviously it's not going to stay this way, but at the moment she looks pretty bricked. Front guard's off because I need to move this fuse box, so I need to pull that loom out. And worrying when you find connectors like that. It's not bad, it's not bad. That's pretty bloody shit house. This side, as far as I can see, isn't that bad. And here was a broken wire. Engine's about ready to come out, which is pretty bloody cool. And the interior, shit really looks like it's hit the fan here. It is pretty much right apart. Had a small window between both cars. I managed to get one set of vents out, which is bloody good. Thought I was going to have to dig into my spare set for Kirk for this one, but luckily we're okay there. But interior at the moment is going to stay like that. Don't have to touch much at the moment until I get onto the pedals. Just waiting for the ground to dry so I can get under there and undo the mounts. Tail shaft has been disconnected. It's just gearbox and exhaust, which I'm going to duck down the road, grab a couple of things, come back and rip her all out. Obviously got to take the bonnet off. How good are the gold wiper blades, by the way? Not my style, definitely not. OEM black for them, the way they should be, but they can stay. But yeah, we'll get the engine out shortly and start prepping all the holes in the firewall for the manual conversion. Bring it on. Well, pretty successful day. Engine's out, bay's pretty clean as much as it can considering how stained it is. Got a hole we've got to clean up down the bottom for the loom to run through. I've got a clutch pedal hole, a little bit smaller than factory so it fits nice and tight, and just a bit of junk to rip out still. Still got the aircon lines in there as this car's going to retain aircon after all of this. Power steer pump, I've just got to swap over the SR one. Well, just drained the pump, well, drained the lines, and one line to change down the back for the power steering. I wish I could say it was me when I pulled it out, but nope, she was already like it. Looks like someone's had the motor out at some point and given it a good hit. So we'll take the one off this one, which is nice and easy. You've got to make sure you lift the engine nice and high so you don't hit it like everyone seems to. But that'll be for tomorrow anyway. Today, the ground is too bloody wet and I am not getting wet working on this. So we'll let everything dry off, lift that motor out, pop it in here. Actually, I've got to pull the exhaust off as well. So I'll pull the exhaust off first before the motor goes in, put that motor in, and then from there I will start to work out the wiring. So I will chuck the Haltech in, nice and easy to run the leads. I'll jump on the computer later today and work out what my wiring plan is. It'll run through that hole at the back there, under there, around to the other side, and mount kind of in the same spot as it would standard. Easy enough done, but that'll close off me working on the two-tone car today. Hope you enjoyed it.
Step 1, wake up early, gonna rise with the sun. Step 2, get some good, some food in you. Step 3, think real hard about what you wanna be. Step 4, everybody just do your thing.
Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. 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 Yo. Set your affirmations, aspirations. I got shit to do, the aftermath of preparation. Good food, good mood, blood in circulation. One step at a time, yeah, that's how you make it. Set a goal you control and the steps you take them. I try to pick one thought, have some concentration. And if I make a mistake, it's called education. I try to do this every day, call it replication. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. 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 So life ain't easy, yo, I think there's a reason though. Ups and downs, just like every different season, yo. Sometimes I'm high, other times I'm barely breathing, though. I always gotta fight and hide from the demons, yo. Negative thoughts are poison, they rot. Head full of flies, so here come the clouds. They'll never stop unless I can swap all the bad for the good in my head when I'm lost. Yeah.
So it's finally time. You've just seen me building them. It's finally time to put them on. Got two of them. I just have to take back to the tyre shop and get the valves replaced. So there's just issues with them, but we've got the back two can stay on, front two can go on for now. We've got 17.9.5 for the rear, we're about plus 28, 17.9.25 for the front with plus 14. So it should work out perfect. And yeah, the rest of my panasport collection. So we'll get them on now. Just going to put one side on at the start, just so I can take a measurement off the other wheel, just to get a toe point before I start messing with the suspension. But yeah, we'll get them on, get the fronts on as well, and set the car up a little bit better. Should look a heap better than these wheels. They're not a bad looking wheel, they look better off the car I think. They just didn't suit what I had in mind for the car's look. So get these ones on and make the car a little bit lower and a little bit of camber in the back. And there we have it. Wheels are on. Panasport G7 C5 C2. Haven't adjusted anything to the alignment yet. Front height will come down just a smidge. Not too much as I've got axle angles to worry about. Rear's going to come down just a little bit and I'm going to camber it in. But much prefer how it all looks now. So much better. Figure, let's make some more progress on the Mazda. What we were doing last video. Ready to go this time. I've pulled the two studs out. I've actually pulled a nipple out of this side and I've pulled the big one out of the other side. I'm going to weld them up. But I've got the grinder out. Get the flange in now. Raceworks have supplied a nice flange to adapt to the 60mm drive-by-wire throttle body. So I'm going to cut this off. Pretty much just behind the old flange. Hopefully it works out as I planned, and should be nearly the same internal bore. Otherwise I'll just get the Dremel out and clean it up. And yeah, then weld the bastard on. Haven't used the TIG for alloy in a while, so I'm feeling a little bit out of practice, but should be fine. What's the worst that happens? While I'm down here I might cut this plate out too. We'll see. Oh, even just get close, so I just have to flap a deal it off. Alright, she's cleaned up enough. A little bit of grind around that one as well. I'm going to have to grind that back once it's done, and I'll clean up a little bit of this later on as well. This hole was for the idle control. I'm actually going to weld that up when I put this on. Die grind the centre of that out once it's welded on there, just so it's easier. And yeah, just extend the welds out around the outside on the bottom. Try and get that nice and, wow, doesn't really matter. I can choose where it goes. But yeah, get it square, and then I've got one hole to weld up on the other side too. Wish me luck. Haven't touched this welder in a while. Probably do a little test run and then just go straight into it. Well, that was a success. See a few little burn marks I need to wipe down where the masking tape was, but she's welded the whole way around. It's not too bad. Ended up just welding those two portholes, as I couldn't be bothered making a plate, and they're only M5 bolts anyway. Same as the back nipple and the front, which I'm just going to run the flap disc over them, make them flat anyway. But yeah, just going to get the die grinder in there, clean it up, put a little bit of bevel. Not too stressed, but pretty glad that the intake manifold's pretty much good to go back onto the car. Engine's chilling around here behind my junk. Next up we'll be making the plate for the coil packs. And still got to pull the gearbox off and work out if I need a new clutch yet. Hoping I don't. If I don't have to buy one, it'd be a nice little win, as I've had to buy everything else for this car that was meant to be a cheap, just chuck it together build. And probably just going to lower this half an inch all round, maybe an inch, I don't know, not too much. That'll be the last thing for my day, as it's getting dark out there. Okay, new day, same project. Back working on, well, the intake manifold I've just ground smooth. Probably go over a little bit more just with an orbital, same as there, and just took a bit of the line off it, otherwise it's good to go. Got the throttle body, and I've got one of the Raceworks HT clamps, just the ferrule. I'm going to put a bit of weld around it. Can't pull this throttle body apart without wrecking it, so I'm just going to do a bit on each side, just to try and keep heat down as much as I can, and then maybe weld up the exhaust manifold cracks as well that I've already cut out. It's not going to be the best, but it should work. It's not a big powerful car. It just has to be good enough not to leak exhaust gases, and I'm happy. Nice and simple. Probably weld some bolts onto this as well, just so I can make a heat shield for it too. Make it look pretty, because she doesn't look the best now. Well, I did it. She's on there. Just put the clamp on there a little bit loose to see what it would look like. Not the prettiest welds all over, but I must admit I was scared to overheat the throttle body, so I was only doing small bits at a time. But yeah, she looks good, all in position, nice clean flow. Intake's pretty much all ready to be cleaned up now for a coat of paint. Still got Dremel on the inside of the flange, but that's easy. But yeah, glad the throttle body is ready to go for the intercooler pipes to be made up in the car. But obviously can't do that till the engine's there. Another exciting thing came today for it as well. Got the Haltech hiding away in a box down there, Elite 1500. That'll let me control the drive-by-wire. Definitely overkill for this setup, doing stuff like this. Doesn't need it, but I figure why not? Might as well.